Hello, my name is Rachel Gerner, and I'm the curriculum specialist for our district. Today we're going to talk about the Marzano model. We're going to focus today on Domain 1, Classroom Strategies and Behaviors. So how do teachers establish and communicate learning goals, track student progress, and celebrate success? We'll look at three areas under this question. So the teacher should have a learning goal posted, and students should be able to explain that learning goal for the lesson. Second, teachers can track student progress individually and chart the progress of the entire class. Students should be able to update their status and describe their status. Celebrating success, the teachers should acknowledge students who've achieved certain scores, and they can do that with a certification, parent notification, even a round of applause. And students should show signs of pride regarding their accomplishments. So let's look at the second question. What will teachers do to help students effectively interact with new knowledge? They can identify critical information by explaining why upcoming content is important. And students should be able to also explain why the content is important. For organizing, teachers should have established routines, and students should be familiar with groups and understand the expectations of behavior in those groups. Teachers can preview new content using a KWL strategy, a graphic organizer, anticipation guide, or motivational hook. And students should be able to explain connections with their prior knowledge and make predictions about upcoming content. Next, what can teachers do to help students generate and test hypotheses about new knowledge? So one way is that teachers should organize the class in such a way that requires students to generate and test these hypotheses. And students should be able to explain how groups support their learning and how these group activities help them test hypotheses. Teachers can also engage students in complex tasks, explicitly with decision making and problem solving. And for evidence for students, so an observer should be able to see that students are clearly working on tasks and explain the hypothesis they're testing. And finally, the teacher acts as a resource provider. So teachers can ask students to provide support for their claims, to examine their claims for errors, and make him or herself available to students. And students should be able to find and correct errors or limitations, seek out the teacher for advice, and explain how the teacher provides assistance and guidance. So that was a really quick overview of three design questions in the Marzano Teaching Model. If you want to find out some more information, you can go to the Marzano Center, or the Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction has some excellent resources as well.